Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, social media world? It's your boy Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. You already know. So today's message, I want to talk about and focus on getting in the habit of eliminating as much gray area as possible when it comes to thoughts, assumptions, decision making. If we try to do everything and just stick to the facts, let's not add or subtract to the story. Let's take the story for what it is, for the facts that we do have and what we do, all the information we gathered up. But most people, including myself at times, nobody's perfect, like I said, but the more you work on yourself, you catch yourself quicker and quicker and quicker. You know what I'm saying? So there's never going to be perfection, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be doing this forever, for the rest of your life, which you should, because it's better in you. It's kind of like investing in a stock or in your business. You're your business, you're your stock. You're your most number one entity and asset. Put into yourself. I know we so used to putting into others, like our kids, our friends, our family members, but we got to put into ourselves as well. So I like to focus on staying out of the gray. Let's stick to black and white. Sin, what do you mean by black and white? I mean facts, logic. 1 plus 1 is 2. No matter how angry we are, no matter how depressed we are, no matter how much discord, stress, whatever we're going through, 1 plus 1 is always going to be 2. We have to start getting in the habit of using this type of logic, no matter what our emotions we're feeling at the time, whether positive, negative. Let's go with what we have, the information we have. Let's not add or subtract to the story. And if we do, let's presume and tell ourselves and whoever we're talking to that this is my opinion and this is my assumption. But most of us won't do that. We'll state our feelings and thought as laws and facts. But in all reality, it's only our laws and facts. No, it's nobody else's. So everybody thinks different. Everybody mind processes differently. So when you have black and white and you eliminate gray, it's more 9 times out of 10, we're gonna be on the same page and we can probably get a little closer to being in alignment and agreement. In a case if we have a lot of gray, it leaves a lot of room for assumptions, a lot of negative. It could be positive assumptions too, but we're focusing right now on the negative because if it was positive, we probably wouldn't be talking about it because you'll be doing it and keep excelling and exceeding at it. So let's try to eliminate this gray area. And what I mean and what I say by that once again, let's say you have a story, but you don't have all the facts to the story. Stick to the facts that you do have. And if you do add on to the story in your head, obviously, because this is a conversation, the self-talk you having with you. Unless you decide to tell your homegirl, your homeboy, your spouse, whoever, this is most likely the conversation you're gonna have with yourself. And most likely it's probably a negative conversation. You wouldn't be having it with yourself in the first place. If it was positive, you wouldn't be losing sleep over it, right? So let's always stick to the facts, to the details we have at hand. And if we do make assumptions, let's tell ourselves, until I hear the whole story, I already know what I'm thinking. I could be 50-50 right, and I could be 50-50 off. And then if it really is bothering you and you know it's gonna make you either feel some type of way or mistreat other people or have ill intent or any negative type of emotion, then you should go ahead and address that person or that situation or that issue so you can stick to the black and white and your mind is not scattered all over in the gray. So I really like to just focus on that and stick on the gray. And many people, you might be saying like, hey, this sounds simple, but honestly, many people don't do that. Especially when we caught up in a moment, caught up in our feelings. Like I always tell people, in our heads, we are the most important person on this earth. I think like that, you think like that, you think like that, everybody thinks like that. So the moment we kind of constantly and consciously have a positive self-talk with ourselves and remind ourselves of that, we'll be more empathetic to other people. Unless they're just really off, then you know when somebody's off and by what they're saying, You know, every situation is different, so you handle every situation at the time as needed, how it needs to be handled. But if it's a regular situation and it's somebody reasonable, and hopefully it's somebody who is semi-conscious aware, because people, nobody's 100% conscious aware. No matter how much we read and apply the methods and redirect our whole paradigm, and we're always going to make mistakes because we're human beings. You know what I'm saying? Even computers and robots, everything, there's no perfection on this earth. So we're going to continuously slip here and there, but we're going to be accountable for our slips up. Excuse me. We're going to be accountable for our slip ups, and we're going to catch ourselves. So let's stay in a black and white. Let's stick to the facts. Stop assuming. Go with the details you have at hand. And if you need more details, do your research. How do you do your research? Well, where did you find out whatever you thinking about? Go ask that person. Go, so you have more facts to put to the story together. Not opinions, not your feelings, not your bias, insecurities. That's the gray areas. Let's get the facts, gather them all, and then make a logical diagnosis of the situation and handle it the right way. Then everybody's happy. It dissolves a lot of problems. Let's stick to the black and white. Stick to the facts. If you're gonna assume, make sure you tell the person that this is my assumption. This is how I feel. Because at the end of the day, that's all it is. How you feel. Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. Till the next time, you already know. You